So part one of inspiration is to embrace failure. We all experience failure, and that could be one of the factors of demotivation. You had a shot in mind that was so perfect, but whenever you look back at the photos, they come out absolutely rubbish. It's happened, trust me. Here's plenty that I've taken that have come out rubbish, you know, and I thought they were going to be incredible, and they weren't. And of course, it demotivates you. It demotivated me too. It could be crashing drones. It could be having flickery lights when you're shooting at high frame rate. All these things can cause demotivation, but the thing is, how do we turn that into motivation? Because it's very hard to recover after you get demotivated from something, especially if it's damaging gear, losing gear. But by embracing those failures, especially in a world that's full of perfection on social media, albeit fake, showing that you're human and being able to make mistakes can make you a better photographer. Just embrace it. Same way I did with the flickery video. I was able to adjust my frame rate properly this time and remember to double check it. With crashing the drone, I know I needed more practice before I tried doing loops. And I know there's some FPV pilots watching this and being like, look at the size of that gap and he still crashed it. Yeah, I'm not an FPV pilot by any way, shape or form. Crashed it, completely totaled the drone. So of course I got a wee bit demotivated from that. Didn't really want to go back to FPV flying at all after that. But I did. I got the drone repaired and I went back and done it. What I'm trying to say is, by embracing the failures and what we do and learning from them, you're making yourself a better photographer. I'm not saying you have to go out and post your content, but what I am saying is, as long as you learn from them, you're going to be a better photographer. And the thing is, by learning from your work, improving from it, over a few months or over a long period of time, you might not notice yourself getting better, but you will get better. You will. So find the inspiration to just go out, take as many photos as you want and as you can, and go back and learn from all the small mistakes. Do you know what I mean? But the more you go out and the more you do stuff, the more you make mistakes, the better you'll become. Whether that's video, 3D design, or whatever the case may be, that's how you can improve and find inspiration again in failure. Failure is a part of life. You have to fail to succeed. So I'm going to take these all back now to when you first picked up a camera. Chances are you learned about the exposure triangle and you'll be like, okay, so I need to have a shutter speed to do this, I need to have ISO to do this, and I need to have my aperture to do this. But only whenever you went out and made mistakes with it did you realise you have to account for things like motion, you have to account for the background blur, bokeh and stuff like that. Only whenever you made the mistakes did you try and learn more, and it helps. This is what I'm trying to say, is by going out and taking photos that's too noisy, you then start to look more into ISO and you start to understand when and when not to use it, why it can be beneficial. Take any failure as a chance to improve and hone in your skill.